also, speaking of just do it, don't wait for something to be perfect. Don't wait for the perfect timing. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity, because perfection is just a perception. Facts. All right? All right? I don't like people who say there's no such thing as perfection. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Just how beauty is in the eye of the beholder, perfection it's all in the perception. I can look at something and be like, oh my God, that's perfect. And somebody else could be like, oh my God, that's a fucking mess. Are both opinions wrong? No. Are both opinions correct? Debatable. But at the end of the day, people are allowed to be wrong, first of all. And second of all, we're different people. We're different people. All right? Accept that. Let it go. Let the rest go. I'd be like, oh my God, that was perfect. And somebody else would be like, you could have done this and you could have done that. And it's like, yeah, I could have. But to me, it's perfect. If I had done those other things, it would have been perfect to me. Yeah, it would have been different. It may have been better objectively, but perfection isn't the best. I don't think the best and perfection are synonymous. I don't, personally. I don't think so. You could be number one and still not be perfect, you know? And you can be perfect and not be number one, for real. That's true. That's real true. You know? You can be the best in your field and have nobody acknowledge it. And you could be perfect and have everyone think otherwise. I mean, look at Jesus. I say this all the time, bro. I say this all the time. Jesus was a perfect human. And this is another point. Perfection doesn't always mean, again, you're going to get the best out of something or whatever. You could be perfect and not be, you know, perceived. It's not always, perfection is not always the best thing. Okay? But the best thing is not always perfect too. It again, philosophy, people, perception, perspective. Let's go back to Jesus. Jesus was the perfect human. He was perfect. And people saw his perfection as a threat. They saw it as, a threat to them because they wanted to live a sinful life, guilt-free. And when you see somebody who is better than you, or you see somebody embodying the solutions to your problems, you think, how dare you snap me out of this illusion that I can't do better? How dare you show me perfection when I'm not embodying that? You know? Why are we talking about this right now? I don't know, but I'm saying it. And look what happened to him. Look what happened. Look how people treated him. Look how people viewed him. Okay, and that goes back. No, this is full circle. Okay, again, how you show up and who you are, reflection. Hello, I don't know why. I'm not gonna say it. Reflection. Jesus was perfect, but look at what he had to deal with. Look at what people put him through. Look what people did. And he was perfect. He was the literal epitome of human perfection. And look at what happened. You know, I'm not saying don't be perfect. I'm not saying be afraid to be perfect because of that shit. He was resurrected. He was resurrected because on God. But look at what happened. And so that concept of that people talk about, you need to show up this way and then you'll get this. Not true. If that was the case, we would have never had the Holly Bible. That would have never been the story. That would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? If that was true, Jesus was perfect, so why didn't he have a perfect life? Why didn't people treat him like he was perfect? They did. But because their perception, their perspectives were so skewed because they were living in so much shame and guilt, they had animosity towards that. They knew he was perfect, even if only on a subconscious level. But it ruffled their feathers. It ignited chaos within them because it threatened their complacency. It showed them that they could do better. But because they didn't believe in themselves, because they didn't want to do better, because they wanted to believe that, oh, I can only live this life. This is what's meant for me. I can't do any better. Oh, I have no choice, and that's why my life is like this. Because of that, look at what they did. Look at how they treated him. Look at what they thought of him. Look at what they thought was okay to do. And so my thing is, I think the point here is don't be too hard on yourself, okay? And don't keep blaming yourself. I think it just ties in so well with the Aries full moon because it has to do with you. In a way, everything comes back to you, but not in the way you may think.